Hey, what's going on everyone? Today we're going to learn how to set up the Elixir and Alchemist on the wall using the manifold that we just assembled. So let's just go through all the different components that are going to be part of this process. First things first, we've got the manifold which we just assembled. Now here I have these tubes which are going to be going into the manifold, connecting the pumps to the manifold. I pre-cut these, but when you're doing this yourself, you're going to want to cut these on your own from the 100 feet of tubing that's included. I'll show you a little bit about how do you get the length just right. Here we've got the speed fittings. So these are the couplings that are going to connect the tubing to the pumps. And then these are the inserts. So these go into the tubing, and that's going to give the tubing more structure so that the inserts stay on this tubing, because you see right here this tubing is a lot more flexible than this tubing. This is much more rigid, so we don't need an insert for this. So we'll see in a second how that all comes together. We have 12 of these because there's 2 pumps. Each pump has 6 tubes, so 6 times 2 is 12. And then we've got the Alchemist, we've got the, these are the Ethernet connectors, so there's going to connect the Alchemist to the Elixirs, and then we connect the Elixirs together. And then we've got our probes, so we've got the EC/temperature probe, this is the ORP probe, the pH probe, and then the dissolved oxygen probe. So over here is where we're going to set it up. Now we've already had this kind of assembled already, so you know, obviously you're gonna have to figure out how to put this on a wall or mount it in some way on your own, but this is gonna give you some kind of an idea of how it's done. So here are the different, the PVC hangers that are included. So these are all 1 inch, and you could put them really any way you want. There's kind of like a top and a bottom to it, but if you were to happen to put them upside down, it wouldn't matter. But just have the part where the teeth go over, that kind of like bites over on top. I find that a little bit easier to deal with. And the way that these were spaced out, I can kind of just show you right now before we actually start going ahead with this. You can kind of see how you want to be able to kind of space these evenly, and you see there's these sections of pipe where you could connect them. So something like that. And while we're on this, you can see that we've got our DIN brackets. So these are all included with the Elixir and Alchemist. So this is the Alchemist bracket, these are the Elixir brackets. And this is about a foot of distance. You could definitely go a little bit more or less, it doesn't really matter, but this is just how we've done it. And this is about 7 inches distance, this is about 3 inches distance. And the way that we kind of decided where to actually put this is, if you think about it, you've got the Alchemist right here, so that's kind of centered, and then you've got the 4 probes right here. And so this is obviously for 4 probes. If you have like 3 probes or 2 probes, it'll be a little bit different, but this gives you an idea of how it's set up. So this is like pretty centered, and then here this is also similarly pretty centered. You've got the 3 couplings for the pumps right here, so that's going to go above this DIN bracket, and so you can kind of see it's all pretty well lined up. Now we have a piece of plywood, actually painted plywood, on top of our wall, and so what that gives us is access into the back. So we have kind of like a back area where we can kind of store cables and keep things neat. So here we have the different power supplies right here. So these are the 2 pump power supplies. This is the Alchemist power supply. And we've already kind of threaded these through. So these are the 4 holes that we drilled in. So this is going to be where this power supply comes through, plus we're going to have our Elixir, the EC and temperature sensor going through here. And then this is going to be the pH, the ORP, and then the dissolved oxygen. And then this is just the cables for the pumps. So why don't we just get started? We've already got this in our hands, and so let's just quickly connect this. It's pretty easy once you have this already like on the wall. So I'm kind of just sliding it in here first, slide it into all of them first. Now it's slid in there pretty nicely. I'm gonna make that connection like that. You see that nice connecting sound? And there's actually 2 depths that you can do. I think 1 is plenty. Like this is pretty tight on the wall, so that's totally good for us. And now we can actually start connecting these devices. So the Alchemist, you see how you have the DIN bracket like that. So that's gonna go from the bottom up, you pull it up and then put it on the wall just like that. And then similarly with the elixirs, they have 2 DIN brackets, and so right there. And the last one right there. Okay, cool. Now I can quickly power these on. So that's pretty straightforward. And I'm also gonna connect them together. We're gonna use these short Ethernet cables. So they're pretty short, so it definitely could be a little tight. These are particularly short. We're using a little bit longer ones now, but if you have a one that's this short, you can still definitely connect them together. You see how you have basically no slack there. And then here, I'm gonna get the other one. Okay, so this, if it's a little hard to connect, what you can do is you can actually slide it. You can just slide it a little bit. You can slide this a little bit like this. And then you can get this connection like that. All right, so that's pretty good. So now we're pretty good, we're pretty happy. The next thing that we can do is, why don't we do the pumps? Okay, so how we're gonna do that is we're gonna take these couplings. Oop, I don't wanna drop them. All right, I didn't drop any, that's awesome. All right, so I got the couplings. I'm actually gonna put them in my pocket. And then we've got these inserts. And so it's pretty easy. All you do is slide the insert into the tube. I'll just slide these 2 in there just because they're already in my hand. And then you slide the fitting onto the tube. And there you go, it's on, and it's not gonna come off that easily. There is a little ring, and so if you wanna take it off, you're gonna press the ring down, and then you're gonna pull it off. I'm actually not gonna pull it off because what can happen when you pull it off is this insert will stay inside of the fitting. And actually, if you need to get that out, I would recommend using a small pair of pliers, like some needle nose pliers, and just pull it out like that, because it's actually pretty tough to get out of the fitting. So that's what you're gonna do. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly connect the rest of these. So now we have all of these speed fittings connected like so. Let's grab our tubing. So I'm gonna slide this one. So the inlet is over here and then the outlet is here. So this is actually what's gonna be connecting into the manifold. And I'm gonna put these in my pocket for a second. Now, you see how this is kind of curving in this way? The best way to get a nice fit is you slide it in like this, and then you slide it in like this. So I'm actually gonna move this over a little bit. All right, so that's better. Now, when you're cutting these, what you do is you're gonna have obviously a long piece of tube and you need to cut it. So you kind of see how it lines up here. I would actually recommend cutting it a little bit lower than this, and then that way you'll have just the right amount of slack that you need. I think I'm still gonna slide this over a bit. Actually, you know what, that's the issue is this, that's what I'm doing. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, you see how I'm lining it up that way. And now this is the right size like that. And I'm just gonna do that with the rest. Okay, so I would say that that's pretty good. You can see how we have these nice clean connections. The tube is not bending or anything like that. So this is really nice. And this is kind of how we want it. So what I would definitely recommend is cut it a little bit longer, put it in there, see how it fits. If it feels like it's too long, you can always take this out. Now it's actually a little bit hard to take these out. So I'll give you just kind of a demonstration how you do it. So you're gonna push down on this gray thing is a ring. So you push down on it. And I would recommend just rocking a little bit, rocking and pulling up. And that's how you get it out like that. So pretty simple, but if you're just trying to pull up, if you kind of pull straight up, you might actually hit the bottom of this. But once you kind of get the feel for it, it's not too bad. Same thing with this, but I feel like this one's a little bit harder to deal with. Now what we're gonna do is install the sensors. So let's go ahead and do that. We've got the EC sensor right here. So that one actually connects pretty easily, and you just push it in here. This is the only port that fits here. So that's gonna go there. And yeah, I'll just go ahead and show you how this goes in. So we've got these tops. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this off, or actually you don't have to fully take it off. You can just kind of slide it in, but you should definitely unscrew it a little bit and then just slide it right in. Just like that. So that's the EC. The next one is the pH, and it's easy to figure this out because they're color coded. So the black is gonna go here like this. All right. All right, so now I'm gonna take this out of this little bottle that's keeping it safe. All right, and I'm gonna slide this in, put the bottle right over here. I'm gonna slide this in. Now, if you're having any issue sliding it in here, I can give you another kind of way you can do this, because sometimes it might be hard to slide it in because there's a little rubber ring. Sometimes that can kind of move around. So I'm actually gonna take this off. And maybe I'll actually show you again how this goes together. So inside, you've got this ring, and this is the ring that really holds the sensor in place. So once you slide it through, it's actually gonna be quite difficult to pull it out, but that's how you want it. So this goes like this, and then you've got this black piece of plastic, and this has an indentation for the little teeth, and so you have to make sure you put it like that in this direction, or else there's not gonna be a seal and it might leak air, and that's not gonna be good. So then finally the ring goes that way. So I'm actually gonna kind of put it through like this, so you can kind of see. And then the ring. And then we're gonna go ahead and slide it in like that. So that's another way of doing it if you can't get it in directly like we got the EC sensor in. All right, so now we got the ORP, same thing. Okay, so the last thing we have is the dissolved oxygen sensor. Now this one's actually gonna be a little bit different. And the reason is because there's this tip at the end that is not gonna slide through. So this is how we do it. We're gonna be, so let's take this off first. So we actually are gonna take this entire thing off. So we take it off from the bottom here. This is pretty easy to take off. Now we're gonna be making sure we're holding this upside down. We're gonna actually screw this cap off, and we're gonna make sure not to spill the liquid. So that, like, the reason we're holding it this way is because there's liquid inside the sensor. And if we turn it upside down, the liquid could come out. Now I'm going to turn this so that we can slide this in. All right, it went in pretty good. Nice. Okay, so now it's in. We're gonna tighten it like this. And then we're gonna put back our cap on like this. Not too bad, just a little bit different. Okay, we got this in there. All right, so now I'm going to quickly slide all these cables in so we have a nice, neat looking system. Now we have everything lined up really nice, and we're basically done for now. Now, one thing I would imagine is you might not have the same ability to kind of wire the sensors behind the wall. But another thing we use sometimes when we're doing everything flat on a wall is this type of tubing. It's like a split loom. So basically it's just like maybe 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch plastic tubing that's split in the middle, and then you can kind of slide the extra wires through and then wind it up a little bit. And so that's it for now. And in the next video, we're gonna actually go ahead and integrate this into a system. So stay tuned for that.